Come on, man. You see it.
You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Yeah, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to try to interrupt my meditation, man?
Nah, man. I'm here on official business, all right? I know we boys and all, but I am your manager, okay?
Still can't believe I let you talk me into this one, man.
Hey, that's the power of persuasion, right? And it's one of the best skills you have as a manager.
All right, Mr. Manager. Manager Way, what's up, man?
All right, so I was coming here to remind you about that goal-setting meeting you got today, but you're all over that, though.
100%.
All right, look, don't be late, okay? Because Coach Tucker hates it when people are late.
It's at the arena, right?
Yeah, it's in Cliff's office.
All right, got you.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about pickup hoops.
Oh, nah, P. You're not about to tell me I can't hoop at the park, man. I could get hurt just walking down the street. I can't worry about that, man.
No, that's not my angle. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you I found the guys in the city who run the best games, okay? Chris Manning and Shakedown. I dropped a pin for you so you can talk to them whenever.
Okay. Nice, man. Good looking out, bro.
Hey, no doubt.
Hey, anything else or what's up?
Oh, yeah, walk with me.
What's this?
I've been thinking. This moment, start to your NBA career. I mean, we talked about this for as long as we've known each other, man.
Facts.
You put in a ridiculous amount of work to get here.
That's also true, man.
Yeah, so I just, wanted to give you something you could look at to remind yourself of how far you come and so you could appreciate the journey.
Yo, is this that club league ticket from when you was out there talking trash in the parking lot, bro?
Yo, it is. And when you found out I was moving to Plainview, you were big mad.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is outstanding. This is hitting me, man.
It's just a small token. So what are you gonna do now? Head to the arena, get there nice and early for your meeting?
Don't want to leave Coach waiting.
He must love you.
That's not the impression I get.
Look, you'll be fine, all right? If he gives you any problems, you let me know, all right? I'll take care of him.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your manager set up.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my game 24/7.
Something wrong with our training facility?
It doesn't have any candy in the vending machines. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any excuses. You know how it is.
I do. And that work ethic of yours is something we all love about you.
Thank you.
You're going to fit our culture like a glove.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I feel like this is a perfect place to start my career.
Fantastic. Well, then why don't we talk about our goals for the season then? As a former player, I understand how important it is for an organization to clearly communicate its expectations, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
We're looking to make the play-in, because once you're in the dance, anything can happen. But we would consider this season a success if we took our first step to respectability.
Okay.
If you have something to say, MP, now would be the time.
Setting your sights low like that, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. And no offense, Cliff, but that's a loser's mentality.
I understand where you're coming from. And no one should be satisfied with losing. I hate losing. It makes me sick. I get nauseous, headaches, you name it. But it's my job as the general manager to honestly evaluate this roster. And if I compare it to the rest of the league, it wouldn't be fair for me to say we have failed if we didn't win a championship.
I see what you mean. But if we don't win a championship, I'm the one that's going to be sick.
I love that about you. Surprise us and push us towards contention faster than I thought. Speaking of, we need to set your personal goals for the first half of the season. Coach Tucker's going to walk us through it.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
That's great because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing?
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season? Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level. Always. And you'll do a little bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
I want to win the NBA Cup.
That puts a lot of pressure on you and your teammates.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always a...
What's up, MP?
MP, I'm Donna. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Donna. My manager tells me you're one of the best PR people in pro sports.
Well, I'm not sure Mr. Wells has the requisite experience to make that call, but I'm glad he thinks highly of me. Shall we talk media day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this is all pretty standard fare, and I know Mr. Wells signed you up for media.
Do you think I'd be a good mascot? Thinking about this team? Yeah, this arena, this season for this team.
Win this game so we can go hit the buffet for some chicken wings.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room, until they get to the league.
Right, of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you, you want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
Okay. That makes sense.
This team is a meritocracy. You get the minutes you earn. Nothing's given. It doesn't matter what your draft position is or how much you're getting paid. You get it done out there on...
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Let's go. Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Yeah, not really.
And tonight, we've all been waiting for the start of a brand new NBA season. The home crowd is pumped up and ready to go. We might even see the debut of MP in this one. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks here at their home, State Farm Arena. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. And the upcoming schedule for the Atlanta Hawks. On Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Sunday, they kick off a road trip at Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder.
And that game against the Wizards, that will be their fourth outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward position.
Against these guys. Good luck.
Thanks, Coach.
Nets trail by 6. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There's a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's LeVert. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Watford the pass to MP. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's LeVert. Pass to Bufkin. Just 5 to shoot. Capella, screen on MP. Hey, puts up a 3. The shot won't fall. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Nets out in front. They lead by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the floor for Brooklyn, they've got MP. Trendon Watford is out there with Williams. Then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Sharp in it to 5. Fires from deep. Rizachet, no good. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. Number 5, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. He's off on the second, and 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base, extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And there's a pick. LeVert with the ball. Now Sharp defending. Nance with a screen on Melton. To the inside. Outside to LeVert. Clock at 2. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Back to MP. Pass to Williams. MP with it. There's the triple. That shot, no good. Outside man, inside, Capella. Rebound Brooklyn. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Back to MP. The 3. Oh, MP buries the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Clowney. Wilson's checked in for Williams. And it's Johnson in for Melton. Young against MP. Young misses.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Wilson passes to MP. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Hawks trail by 12. Down low. Here's Mann. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. What's impressive about Caris LeVert, he's played a lot of different roles, Richard.
From averaging 20 points a game to more of a complimentary scorer floor. Look, LeVert has been a starter. He's come off the bench. He has thrived in any assignment you give him.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Young looking over the floor. Brooklyn pulls it in. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end, really looking for some improvement here. That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Young from long range. Rebounded by Johnson.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Here's Claxton. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
MP against Young. They need this. Inside, it's Trae Young.
It's another big night for Trae Young, a relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Nance. Risa. So it's Brooklyn up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And the three ball has been huge in building this lead. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance.
When contributions off the bench make this big of an impact, it leaves the team feeling good. It's a morale builder, guys, in a good way.
Yeah, and you can see the difference in the energy level, the activity level. They've been a step ahead the whole way.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. That's it for us. Thanks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatened. He's checked in for Russell.
MP.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risa in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hawks 5.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 19-point game. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Greg.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Johnson finds Young. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
And here's MP from outside. Sinks the tray. MP's got 5 points in the quarter.
This gives you an idea of MP's potential. It shows the type of scorer he can become.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Okongwu. 1:33 left in the third. The shot, no good.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Yep, that one goes. Williams has got 6 points.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. So Some changes for Brooklyn. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Johnson. And it's Melton in for Williams. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you.
Oh, so competitive. MP with the response three. This guy is all about winning.
LeVert goes against MP. Uses the glass on the layup. 9 points in the game.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Back to MP from downtown. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
32 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's LeVert over MP. The shot by LeVert, no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And here's MP from outside. He buries it from 3. MP's got 31 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
LeVert outside. Shot from the top of the key. Count that bucket. LeVert's got 11.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Well, Richard, as we've seen, sometimes all a player needs to prosper is a change of scenery.
Well, no doubt, B.A. One of the biggest deciding factors in being successful is how you fit into a system and how you fit in with the players around you.
On the floor for Brooklyn, Johnson is out there with MP. Then there's Sharp. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Watford in at the power forward position. And for the Hawks, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. And here's LeVert for 3. Brooklyn with the board. MP with it. Ball stolen. A nice shot by Krejci. Krejci's gotten his first basket of the night.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. And Sharp the bucket on the assist from Melton. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And it's Capella with the jam.
When they time that play right, Capella is a good man to have on the end of it. He's a strong finisher when he rolls off the screen.
To the paint. Here's Melton. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. A nice shot by Krejci.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
For Brooklyn, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to MP. Beyond the arc. And Melton is good for 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Krejci, covered by MP. Krejci, the pass to LeVert. Here's Mann. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Pass to MP. And here's Melton. Watford the pass to MP. Here's Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, MP. Offensive board. For 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Krejci. It's LeVert on the wing. And you think about that prize money for the NBA Cup, RJ. It's expected to increase quite a bit.
These new media rights got this money pumping. I wish I was 10 years younger. Okay, maybe 15.
2 shots. The first one falls. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fan
connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Reza Shea, no good.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Nets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they had been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
And here's MP from outside. The shot off that time. From behind the arc. Sinks it from distance.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
They set a physical tone early on, and they're being rewarded for their efforts.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates...
Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your...
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
Makes sense.
Look,
Drink plenty of fluids. Win the swamp tonight.
MP in the house. Showtime, MP. True ballers only.
At forward, 6'10", number 22, Franz Wagner.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies. See?
Checked in for D'Angelo Russell.
Guys.
Thanks, Coach. Hearing scouts talk about MP before the draft, the one concern they had was his hesitation to take over games himself.
And I think that's just how MP is wired, right? He's always been a team-first player, even if that means sacrificing his own shot a bit too often.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with MP, and it's Williams at the 3. Suggs against MP. There's the drive.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
Well, the Magic last year, Clark earning the number 5 seed in the East. It was a giant step forward.
It certainly was, and I tell you what, they've got an impressive, very impressive young core. And this was the first time they made the playoffs since 2020, and now the minimum expectation is a playoff appearance, and I think they'll be able to deliver on that. Suggs clearly on a mission right there. He went to the line looking for payback.
Claxton with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Wagner, and that one is good.
Good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Suggs against MP. Outside Thomas. Left side Williams. The 3. That shot is off. The Magic trail by 3. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim. Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Thomas. Nice defense from Wagner.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Suggs against Claxton. Wagner outside. Itadze, and he jams it with authority.
Check out Wagner running the play there and helping his team find an opening.
Williams kicks to Johnson. From deep, Thomas. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Pass to Banchero. It's hauled in by Claxton. Thomas against Caldwell Pope. And here's MP for 3. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. MP's got 6.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Sharp. Williams is out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Hunt in at the point guard. Williams kicks to Melton. And the Nets, another 3.
So quick off the catch. Gotta be impressed with Melton's decisive, confident attitude.
Well, DeAnthony Melton flies under the radar, Clark, but he is a solid role player.
Rock solid in every way, partner. Does a little bit of everything. You know, he's a disruptive defender and has great instincts at that end of the floor. He also can space the floor for you because he can make threes, but also can make plays, too.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's MP for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know, there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Orlando making some changes. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Wendell Carter. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Mo Wagner. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Wilson's checked in.
You got to respect Cole Anthony's workmanlike approach to the game. He's out there to do his job and get results and not focused on putting on a big show.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. A 3-pointer off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Hunt. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Bitadze the pass to Suggs. And they pick up 2. Suggs has got 9.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Last season, the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Banchero.
Substitution on the court.
He's doing all right. We got him.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Bitadze. And Wagner has it in the corner. Wagner outside. Lets it go with the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fires for three. And MP with the basket on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. Pass to Wagner. Back to Wagner. Wagner has screen on Williams. And it's Franz Wagner with the three. Wagner's got 5 points so far.
Wagner with the right back at your answer on the three. Pretty impressive right there.
Williams kicks to MP. Three-pointer. And the Nets, another three.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Wagner outside. Here's the screen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nets leading by 19. Williams kicks to MP. And a miss there on the triple. Suggs looking around. Here's Wagner. Caldwell Pope outside. MP has been leading the charge for the Nets. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Right back after this break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action.
Take a look at Orlando. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq. And I think the...
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the...
And after a very lopsided first... Again for Caldwell Pope. So for the Nets. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Banchero outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Banchero's got his first 3 points of the game.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Black. And it's Bitadze in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No denying the future is certainly bright for Wagner. He's a superb scorer already who also is growing as a passer.
And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys, and he's very fluid in his motion. Great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
Nailed from three-point land. Hunt's got 28 points for the game.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Wagner passes to Wagner. Now Suggs. Carter with a screen on Melton. To the middle. And then Carter with the dunk.
Just a real solid understanding of how to exploit the defense. Carter Jr. impressive at positioning himself in these situations.
MP outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Carter kicks to Suggs. No good from outside. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. The shot and game clock separated by 4. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. MP's got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense has to understand the scouting report on MP. He can make you pay from deep.
And here's Wagner. Jacks up a 3. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets out in front, just dominating this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going, we've got DeAnthony Melton. He's out there with MP. Wilson out there with Sharp. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Wilson against Banchero. Pass to Carter. Over Sharp. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wagner with a screen for Anthony. Offline with his 3. The Nets shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Melton kicks to MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Black. Black's got 4 points this quarter.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Melton passes to MP. Now here's Wilson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Melton. And here's MP for 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And then Carter with the jam.
More than capable of running point. Anthony, a gifted passer, really has good vision.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wendell Carter. Franz Wagner comes in for Mo Wagner. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Anthony. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black. Banchero looking around. Melton against Wagner. MP outside. Fires from deep. Good, another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And we know how fans love the long ball, right? Especially his fans, because he can hit it from anywhere and go on unbelievable streaks like tonight. I mean, who does it better from distance?
The 3 connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Launches it. And again for three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier, and now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight, but here we are.
Pass to Banchero. Looking to end the run. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And it
connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
15 threes for MP, passing that record from Klay Thompson back in 2018, an all-time performance. Boy, how lucky are we?
So, after a tremendous performance, let's go to center court to hear from MP himself.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those.
Clearly, Greg. Here are the Magic now. Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Johnson kicks to MP. Johnson outside. Pass to Hunt. From downtown. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Second chance shot. Good as the jump shot ball.
Attacking right away. Once Wagner has the ball, he doesn't even think about it. Take it and go.
Here's Hunt. Pass to Melton. Johnson kicks to MP. Here's the three. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Sabrina, I feel like sitting down somewhere. No, but for real though, I feel great. Tonight was a great night, and it felt like the basket was.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are...
They'll adjust.
Joe. Look, if I let myself think for a moment that somehow I'm apart from the other guys, meaning my teammates or the opponents, they straighten me out real quick.
Bet.
Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
You know, as long as that record stands, it belongs to me and everyone in that locker room who helped make it possible. And I hope it's never broken, because that means that we've done it better than anyone ever. You know, thanks, Michelle.
Right here, MP.
Call the electrician, because MP just shot the lights out.
team morale. Well played,
Man,
MP.
that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
Look out there, MP.
Objects in motion, stay in motion.
The home debut for this team and the home debut for the rookie MP. He'll have his chance to make a lasting first impression here in just a moment as this stadium gets ready to rock. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Milwaukee Bucks. With our analysts, Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. Shorter rotation player, next man up mentality, though. It does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Yeah, they're missing a quality player. And we all know injuries are a part of the game, but they've got to make the adjustment.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And for the Nets, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3. Something that the organization loves about MP Grant. He's always letting his game do the talking.
Yeah, he'll respond with a quip here or there. But for the most part, MP lets his actions do the work, not his mouth. He's very mature and as focused of a rookie that you'll find.
We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game couldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Thomas. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Trent. Antetokounmpo against Johnson. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist from Trent.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Williams. Melton, he's checked in for Thomas. And MP subbed in for Russell. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Smith, he's checked in for Portis. Livingston comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Green's checked in for Kuzma. And it's Porter Jr. in for Trent. Here's Porter. And Watford pulls it down.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who have always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. BA?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. MP against Lillard. Launches a three. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets leading by 5. MP finds Johnson. Outside Sharp. And here's MP. Defended by Lillard. Pulls it. And Brooklyn again with a bucket. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Porter. And he lays it up and in.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
Right side Johnson. Back to MP. Let's go with a three. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Nets up by... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
MP is out there with Anthony Melton. Then it's Williams. Then it's Trendon Watford. And it's Sharp in it to 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you. And MP providing some spacing with that three-pointer.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Watford. Brooklyn leading by 6. On the wing, MP. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. Count it. Hunt's got 5 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Porter from outside. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Back to MP. The 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And what a night to remember for MP. Still so young, this guy could have many nights like this in the future.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Porter. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And so MP will bring it up for Brooklyn. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for them.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocked. Down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to review the game plan. Some changes for Brooklyn. Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Clowney comes in for Watford. And it's Thomas in for Williams. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Trent comes in for Rollins. Outside Porter. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
Yeah, just one of a few places Porter can hit from. Good use of the mid-range J.
Melton up top. Back to MP. from the high post. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Hunt, no good. The Bucks trail by 11. Inside. Portis shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Pass to Thomas. MP looking around. Hits the rim on the way in. And the bucket is good. Hunt's got 18.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
Antetokounmpo with it. And Melton picks him up defensively. Trent for 3. Claxton with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
MP outside from the arc. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
To the wing, right side. Fades and shoots. Portis shot is off. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run. That one's good from Melton on the assist by MP. And the Nets lead by 18. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Portis the screen. And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, it's impossible to stop Giannis on the drive. You combine the length, the quickness, the strength. It really is insane.
From deep, MP. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And here's Porter. The 3 is up. Another shot. Antetokounmpo can't connect. MP with it. And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn, torching the Nets, hitting 4 from distance that quarter. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to the second quarter. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Someone left the window open. Fans, let's hear it for our contestants. Well done.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
You know, right now for the Nets, when you come out rocking with 2 straight wins, you're feeling good.
Yeah, got to keep that out of your head, though. Each game presents a new challenge.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Milwaukee Bucks.
A lot of bricks.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game end.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big... Past decades, Fred, is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
On the court right now for the Bucks. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Kevin Porter is out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 3 slot.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
MP, that one's good.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
They get it back. Portis. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside, Williams. Screen by Claxton. From deep, MP. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Rebounded by the Nets. Melton on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line from Milwaukee.
No good on that one.
Well, if you think that Giannis was going to stop working after he won a title, what do you think he's going to do in the years that they don't? This guy continues to be one of the hardest workers in the NBA.
Green's checked in for Milwaukee. Prince comes in for Trent. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. MP right side. Here's Wilson. Up top, Johnson. MP outside. 5 to shoot. Prince grabs the miss.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Johnson for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn. A huge 24-point lead for them. A big difference. Moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers in the huddle.
The ball has not moved this entire game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Sharp. MP is out there with Johnson. Then it's Trendon Watford. And it's Wilson in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Rollins. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Rollins has got his first points of the game.
But you see how Giannis scans the floor. It's actually easy at his size, involving his guys and showing his ability to pick the defense apart.
Pure from three-point range.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Porter with a screen on Sharp. Here's Rollins. Soft touch off the glass. Rollins has got 4 points in the quarter.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Pass to Wilson. Johnson on the wing. And here's Watford. The 3 ball. Drops in the 3. Watford's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Antetokounmpo outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Trent, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Brent, the Bucks have had 6 straight first-place finishes in their division. An impressive run.
Well, it took a couple years for Giannis to find his footing in the league, B.A., but, man, he's planted 2 feet in Milwaukee and made this team into something special. They have taken off.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. To the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Hunt passes to Wilson. It's stolen by Trent. Back to MP. This one for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Oh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Johnson finds MP. And he makes it. MP's got 43 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Over to the wing. Antetokounmpo against Sharp. Antetokounmpo inside. Shot is off. He's 5 for 11 in this one. From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Only a few big guys in this league that can score at will. Giannis is one of them.
To the middle. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the break. Here's Rollins. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Good D by Watford. Brooklyn shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Johnson passes to Hunt. Launches it. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And Antetokounmpo, here we go. And that one's good.
And that stride that you see from Giannis is just so effective out there getting around defenders.
To the right side. To the left wing. Back to MP. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Hunt's got 49 in the game.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Got a piece of it. Now here's Johnson. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that'll do it, folks. So along.
Okay, Van. That's how we stand on business.
Another day, another win. Good work.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me? Oh my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, this is a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
Get the popcorn ready. It's game time. Hottest team in the land coming through.
Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Nets. For the Denver Nuggets, 2 wins and 1 loss to start the season. They want to maintain that winning track. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up. So we should be in for a fun one.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Brown in at the 2-guard spot.
MP looking solid from there.
Outside, Porter. Back to Westbrook. It's hauled in by Claxton. Jokic against Thomas. Outside Williams. Back to MP. The tray. Good on the triple. Hunt's got 6.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. The D is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain it.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Westbrook feeling it out a bit, and Westbrook throws it down.
Athletic finish off an explosive drive. We've seen this movie before, folks, starring Russell Westbrook.
Hunt the pass to Williams. Johnson kicks to MP. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
The offensive rebound.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Outside Williams. Back to MP. On the wing, Williams. 6 to shoot. MP against Westbrook. Hunt sinks the 15-footer. 11 points in the game.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Westbrook against MP. Jokic with his screen on Tux. Brown's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Outside Williams. Back to MP. The Nets working the ball around now. For the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist in this one.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing, coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so MP will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season. Williams kicks to MP. Shoots the 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Outside Gordon. Pass to Porter. 1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Gets an open look and hits.
Well, one of the best looking jumpers in the game, courtesy of Michael Porter Jr.
Williams kicks to MP. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
For Denver, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Westbrook with a wide open look. Another 3 for Denver.
And there's that chip on his shoulder Westbrook plays with. He wanted those 3 points back.
Melton finds MP. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Drills the three-pointer. Hunt's got 23.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
MP against Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. Here is Porter. And here's Gordon. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Gordon missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Melton. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Get in the gas, MP. Get in there.
MP way outside. Chunchard grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 13. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
For 3, Westbrook. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted. There's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. It's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Nets leading by 19. Back to Thomas. And here's MP for 3. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Hunt's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Westbrook with a screen for Gordon. Will it go? And it's Melton with the rebound. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against Toronto. A 3-ball. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Denver's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Let's go, everyone.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Trendon Watford. Williams comes in for Cameron Thomas. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Here's Westbrook. 6 points for him. Dan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Here's Jordan. And the rejection by Claxton. MP outside. A three-pointer, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Denver. Right at the free throw line. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams kicks to Johnson. The 3 from MP. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And for the Nuggets, they're shooting the ball poorly. Just 28%. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Porter. Outside Westbrook from the arc. No good that time. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Nets running away with it. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, folks. EJ alongside Shaq and Kenny. First up, here are the players of the week. In the Western Conference, LeBron James.
Well, LeBron has won this award so many times, he's probably got a separate house just for his trophies. A multi-generational talent who can dominate every facet of the game.
Without a doubt, one of the best to ever do it. Some would argue the best. I would say that it's close, but he hasn't reached over the top for me yet.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Nets.
The three-point chances have been there for them, and they've taken advantage.
Just watching the game, not even looking at the scoreboard, you can tell they're the better team tonight by a mile. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim.
And again for three.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Gordon a screen from deep. Brown's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Williams has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. Stan, they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And here's MP. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Here's Westbrook. The shot comes out. Good defense by Claxton.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Back to MP for three. Good, another from three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Jokic against Claxton. Jokic inside. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Left side, Williams. And a wide open look for MP. And again for three.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar. Higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And a new group in for the Nets. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Trendon Watford comes in for Johnson. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Russell in for Cameron Thomas. And Denver also making a switch. Janjar's checked in. Porter passes to Jokic. Back to Porter. Pass to Gordon. They need this. The shot will not fall.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
MP, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Porter. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Porter's got 7 points in the game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Westbrook kicks to Porter. Denver passing it around. 5 to shoot. Jokic, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The 3 from MP. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Porter, no luck. Brooklyn's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. The Nuggets shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Rebound, Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Melton passes to Watford. Inside, here's MP. Gordon with the defensive effort. And here are the Nuggets now. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Russell looking it over. Pass to MP. On the wing, Melton. Back to MP. On the wing, Melton. MP with it. MP has been leading the charge for the Brooklyn Nets. He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how? Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
Greg, you've been a part of some... He's checked in for Brooklyn. MP comes in for Johnson. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Nuggets. We've got Sharp, DeAnthony Melton out there with Wilson. Then it's MP, and it's Russell in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Westbrook against MP, and the shot goes in.
Just so versatile. I mean, Westbrook can go to the hole, bring it back out for 3, or in that case, just rise and fire from mid-range.
MP finds Melton. The 3 from MP. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Here's Westbrook, and he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by Najee. Denver's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Pickett. Nice deal from Russell. Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the... Good, that's another bucket.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time.
And when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, this has been a game for the ages. We're sitting here marveling at MP, and who knows if this franchise record will ever be broken.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Brown. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, since entering the league, Gordon's really improved his offensive IQ, a better understanding of ball movement.
And here's MP for three. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Brown the pass to Westbrook. Here's Brown. Porter looking it over. Shot clock at 5. And it's Jokic missing. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shot.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Outside, Porter. Jokic high post. Over Sharp. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by MP.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And he gets the bucket.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Johnson finds MP. Back to Johnson. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting.
welcome in. See you next time.
The art of shooting, Chris. I mean, the name says it all.
That's right. This is the place to come when you're ready to focus on, well, shooting. And this place is run by my guy, Lethal Shooter, so you know that you're in good hands.
MP, it's an honor. I'm Chris Matthews. Welcome to the Art of Shooting.
What's up, Chris? I heard you're the best shooting coach around, and I'm trying to work on getting to my spots so my shot is automatic, you know what I mean?
Well, that's exactly what we do. So you came to the right place.
That's what's up. So how do things run around here?
Well, we have a bunch of different drills you can try. Drills.
Chris, what's up?
Yo, MP, you ready to start working on your hot zones?
Let's do it.
That's all day, MP.
Oh, what's up? D? Is there anyone out here I can't score on? Come on, at least try. You had enough? I can keep going. I can hit it from anywhere. Get the sweat out of it. Oh, I'm calling that bucket sound. Next. Who next? What?
Baby. Easy, way too easy.
Woo! Splash, baby! I'm dialed in, baby! I hope you brought your umbrella. Yo, I think someone moved the basket or something.
All day, MP.
From deep. I let it rain, baby.
Hey, come around, come around.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that felt good.
Oh, that stroke is pretty. Come on. It's raining threes. That's the way I do it.
My bad.
That was solid, but it wasn't great. I'd like to try to push you a little harder next time.
I got you, Coach.
There he is. Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.
It's about game time. Bring
You
the
know
pain
MP
time.
came ready to play.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
About game time, pain time.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And it's still early in the season, but it's always a good time to check out some power rankings. A lot could change before playoff time. You look at Brooklyn, they're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
You know, for Brooklyn, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. MP is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And for the Grizzlies, manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward. And in the first game of a back-to-back, is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation. Well, let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of me.
And big-time congrats in line for MP, signing his first shoe deal.
And he ended up going with Converse, who I'm told rolled out the red carpet for MP. I'm very excited to see what comes out of this partnership.
About a minute into this first quarter. Here's Wells. Williams defending. Pass to Wells. Down low. Here's Edey. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
From deep, MP. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Quick decision-making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
Pass to Wells. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And here's Bain. Now Jackson from outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. Left side, Williams. It's Thomas on the wing. From deep, MP. It's the trifecta. MP's got 9.
And the 3 ball is just another way that MP can hurt you.
Pass to Wells. Here's Edey. Here's the 3. Payne, no good. Brooklyn leading by 5. Johnson finds MP. And the Nets, another 3.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
Not exactly the biggest game on the season schedule, but both teams are capable of flashing serious potential.
We're seeing 2 teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Williams. MP outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 15.
I just love the ball movement.
Grizzlies trail by 11. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Both teams will make substitutions. Both teams changing it up here. Timeout called. Memphis. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Brandon Clark out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. From deep, MP. And the Nets, another 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Payne. Wells, pass to Morant. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
And here are the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Nets. Back to Morant. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
Oh, MP showing the big range.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. MP's got 26.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
There's 42 seconds left in the second quarter. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Pass to Thomas. Back to MP. Cleared away by Wells. Grizzlies trail by 16. Here's Morant. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And that one's good. Hunt.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Morant against MP. And he gets it to go. Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And so it's Brooklyn, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back after this word.
They're facing a deficit that can only be described as daunting.
Only? Not if you have a thesaurus. Dr. O'Neill.
Let's see, dismaying, dismal.
I stand corrected. Well done. That's why they pay you. Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with MP. And it's Williams in at the 3. And that one's good. Hunt.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Well, the Nets are still feeling the ramifications of trading for James Harden, Doris.
Well, B.A., consider in that trade, they gave away Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and 4, count them, 4 first-round picks for a total of just 80 games played for James Harden. The reverberations are still being felt.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot-blocking teams. The Grizzlies 4th.
Well, talk about rim protection. Last season, they were patrolling the paint, rejecting shots at will.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw drops for Johnson. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Pass to Morant. Takes the 3. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
They swipe it. Here's Wells. And he slams it in one-handed.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. With some arc, chalk up 2 there. MP's got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Morant, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And here's MP from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Outside Bane. Pass to Edey. Here's Wells. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bane. A shot to stop the run. He drops it from range. Bane's got 7 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Williams finds Thomas. Back to MP. Fires for 3. And again for 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. And here's Morant outside, and another 3 for Memphis.
And I love the response by Morant, draining the revenge 3 in style.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Greg.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter. He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
The 3 from Bane. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's MP. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Wells. Kicks it out to Bane. Brooklyn pulls it in. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Pass to Aldama. Now Morant. And he drives in. And then Morant with the dunk.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Stripped away. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Bane knocks down the long J. Bane's got 10 points.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half. Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It could go. And so it's MP making things happen for Brooklyn with 4 3-pointers in the quarter alone, proving he's a threat at the arc. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his...
For Memphis, Edey's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Aldama. And it's Ja Morant in for Pippen. MP's checked in for Brooklyn. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Yeah, impressive vision from Bane, always looking to move it.
For Brooklyn, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Russell to pass to Hunt. And you look at the development of AI. Connects again from distance.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, stepping in from the arc, Morant comfortable from there.
On the wing, MP, guarded by Bane. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game. From deep, Bane. Russell with the rebound. And it's Brooklyn ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Melton finds MP. Melton outside. And here's MP from outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Bane. Rebounded by the Nets. Sharp's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse.
And again for 3.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance. Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Melton.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Pass to Johnson. Back to MP. 4-3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Morant with it. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Edey. Banked it in off the glass.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And here's MP from outside. Memphis with a rebound. Now Morant. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
All right, baby, let's get down.
Attention Nets fans, there are limited tickets still available for future home games. To grab yours, just stop by the ticket booth or visit our website. Don't forget Nets Nation, coming up next is Rally Towel Day. Wave your towel and show off your Nets pride in our next home game. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Nets along with the issue and see completion to 555. A member of the Nation team will respond immediately. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Fans, don't miss out on Brooklyn Nets T-shirt giveaway day.
And in the locker room, Each guy has been going over and through his own route. Well, the weekend has officially begun. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The guard set is Giddy and White. Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Herter in at the small forward position.
Well, Giddy loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Thomas kicks to MP. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here are the Bulls now. Pass to Herter. Giddy with it. The layup missed. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. RJ, for the Bulls, their last 2 seasons have ended with losses in the play-in.
Yeah, they finished as the 9th seed both years and won their first play-in games. But that second play-in game has been a problem, which is why they need to set themselves up better during the regular season.
And here is Giddy. Following the three-pointer by MP. Another shot. And it's Giddy getting it to go. Giddy's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Johnson finds MP. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. But he is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain him.
Here's Giddy. A rebound by the Nets. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. And here's MP for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How about the confidence right there by young MP just stepping right into that 3.
Pass to Buzelis. Herter setting the pick for Buzelis. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. MP, that's for 2. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's 13 points for MP.
Ooh, I can tell fresh legs when I see him. Look at the young legs of MP getting out on the break.
Giddy sets the pick for Buzelis. That one's off, still out of sync. That's leading by 9. Johnson, the pass to Hunt. Now Williams shoots from the baseline. Again, the Nets for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Giddy, no good.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
It's stolen by Buzelis. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Pass to Vucevic. Over Sharp. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by White.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Bounce pass Herter. From 10 feet out, Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And a chance to catch up.
Substitutions on the court.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And it's White missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Taking a look at the Bulls. The guard set is Giddey and White. Buzelis out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And here's Huerter. Following the three-pointer by MP. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Thomas finds MP. Back to Thomas. Now, here's MP. Fires the three. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And let's go to the sideline for a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. As you know, MP grew up in the Chicago area, and he has great respect for the Jordan Bulls era. I asked him if that shaped him as a player, and he said, without a doubt. I saw the professionalism it took for that team to win 6 titles, and I knew I had to match it. That level of excellence is something I'll always strive for. I'll always have love for Chicago. You can see how much the Bulls franchise means to me, guys.
Isn't that nice? So good to see. Thanks, TA. Not a bad dynasty to model your approach after either. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Brooklyn making a change here. Williams has checked in. Jones checked in for the Bulls. The Nets on offense. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. MP looking around. Back to Williams. The three from MP. Buzelis grabs the board. In the corner. Huerter with it. Pass to White. Huerter with a screen on Williams. White hits it from three-point range.
Man, you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now, here's MP. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Launches a three, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just getting up a barrage.
On the basket by Jones.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Floats one up. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Chicago Bulls.
The big reason.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
And I like that they had the confidence in him to keep calling his number.
We've got a chance now to catch up on DeAnthony Melton's status. David, what do you have?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Nets let me know the status. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. Now, it's just November, so they do have some time to make adjustments, but it's a blow nonetheless. Guys?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
They've got Cameron Johnson. Thomas is out there with MP. Then it's Sharp, and it's Williams at small forward. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And Giddey gets it to go. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Shot clock at 6. Williams kicks to MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Giddey with the bounce pass. Giddey sets the pick for Buzelis. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Hunt with the bucket.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
The Bulls have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Back to Giddey. And that one is hammered home.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
MP finds Johnson. Over in the corner, Williams. Sharp with a screen on Herter. And here's MP for 3. Rebounded by Vucevic.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Giddey. Thomas against White. Here's Vucevic. Over Sharp. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Following some ups and downs, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
And here's MP for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist here tonight.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Talk to people about the Bulls, GA, the Michael Jordan shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Vucevic checked in for the Bulls.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
So for Chicago right now, the guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Herter in at the 3. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Outside, White. Back to Giddey. RG, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
Back to White. Vucevic against Johnson. A jump hook. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Melton. The Nets working the ball around now. MP, no good. The Bulls have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Giddey, no one around him. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
He gets it in there. MP's got 45 points.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
1:35 left in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created.
And again for three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Shot from 12. And it's Vucevic missing. The Nets shooting an efficient 53% from the field. MP, that's for 2. And good, he hits it again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And White kicks to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Over Claxton. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Buzelis.
And Vooch is an effective shooter, especially from that mid-range area.
Now Melton back to MP. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's White. Wilson grabs the board. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
For your Knicks, number 9, Trendon Watford.
Now Giddey. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it.
Great win tonight, MP. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in? MP, you're about to go off.